Hi, I'm Katie Melua and you're watching lxjovem.
There are 9 million bicycles in Beijing. That's a fact.
Hello, Katie.
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, thank you.
What's it like being in Portugal?
It's really amazing. I mean, I haven't had much chance to look around, but I've been in this hotel. It's really beautiful.
It is a really, really gorgeous hotel.
And the garden is so lovely. It's just amazing that they've turned a palace into a hotel. You can kind of live in it. It's really lovely. I'm really enjoying it, and I'd like to come back here maybe sometime where I can have more time to look around.
But I will always be with you.
You've been all around the world and you have roots in several different backgrounds mixed into one. How do you think that reflects in your music?
It always made me very open to listening to different types of music. Like, I grew up listening to Georgian folk music, then Irish folk music, and now English music. It also kind of gave me very different points of view to life, coming from the East and then living in the West, and I was always able to appreciate looking at the world from 2 points of view, and I think that has sort of helped my lyric writing in a sense. I mean, there's one song on my album, Piece by Piece, called Spider's Web, and that's sort of about society and politics, and so because of where I lived, like Georgia and Belfast, politics was so, life wasn't completely safe, it was always on the edge. It kind of gave me an interest in it, and that's why my music is sometimes full of that.
'Cause the line between wrong and right is the width of a thread from a spider's web.
You felt politics in a less abstract way and more in a vivid way, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's part of life, and it doesn't matter what age you are. I mean, in somewhere like England, children don't have to think about watching the news or politics or anything like that, but where I was a child, it was part of your daily life.
Or I could march for peace and fighting no more.
And musically, for instance, does the East still, does it influence you in some sort of way?
It does. I mean, what I found was I'd never studied jazz or blues music, but it's very influential of my my 2 albums, and I realized the reason why I gravitated towards jazz and blues is because it has a lot of similarities with Georgian folk music, and so I was able to sort of draw from that and use the Georgian folk music for being able to express myself through jazz and blues.
Should we act on our
with Georgian music, it has the similarities with jazz and blues is that it's very melancholy, and it's quite deep and sort of sad and kind of very emotional, very extreme. There's a lot of brilliant Georgian musicians who sing jazz, but with Georgian lyrics, and that's really incredible.
From a spider's web, the piano keys are black and white.
Katie, you're 22 now, and you've sold 6 million copies already. I mean, that must feel absolutely wonderful.
It's pretty bizarre. It's very surreal. It's really cool. And I'm just surprised daily that people have gone out and bought my music. But it's incredible, and I hope that I can, continue to make music and not be scared of, not having commercial success, because I think music only flourishes when you're, when you're not sort of, I don't know, scared of, bound by commerciality.
Others pass, they never pause to feel that magic in your hand.
You've played just recently in a structure deep below sea level. It beat the then current Guinness world record.
It was mental. It was so surreal. I was basically down in this gas rig of Statoil. They have an oil rig in the North Sea, and it was funny because the lift to go down there takes 8 minutes. And but once you're down there, it doesn't feel like, the pressure's the same, the air, the temperature's the same. So if you didn't know you were there, you just think you were in any building, but it was so tall. You look up and you just can't see the top. You know, it was like this tall structure, and it was just incredible. The acoustics were amazing because of the metallic sort of structure that I was in, but the thought that there was the sea all around us and maybe also whales swimming about was pretty cool.
I cried for you and the sky cried for you, and when you went I became a hopeless drifter. This life was not for you, though I learned from you that beauty need only be a whisper.
I play the acoustic guitar, but I play that with the band, and there was 4 of us all together, including myself, so it was drums, bass and piano, and me on the acoustic guitar. Some of the songs we did it with the band, everyone played, and then there was 1 or 2 I did just on my own with the guitar, so so it was different. It was about a 40-minute concert.
But this life was not for you, though I